Hello, all my JavaScript friends. This is the Virtual Void, aka Mike Smith, and this is the announcement for the next game in our Fun with JavaScript series. Now, before, I've always created the games and never fully completed them, and the idea was I would get it working, and then you would then take the software and complete it. That's one of the ways that you can learn. This game is going to be just a little different. We're going to take a very simple game, and we're going to take it from start to finish. And we're doing that because we're going to be teaching certain concepts that really begs to have a completed software or a completed game in this particular case already ready to go so that we can show you how some of these software design concepts work. So are you ready? It's going to be a snake game. Yes, it's going to be a snake game, and I know what you're saying. You've got to be kidding me. Everybody and their grandmother has done a snake game. But we're using the simple snake game to be able to show you certain concepts on how to do effective and efficient development. So let's go through what we're going to be taking a look at here, because here's the hint. Notice at the very bottom here it says in 2D, 3D, 4D, and VR. What is that all about? Well, let's take a quick look at it. First of all, the idea here with this one, and again, this is the reason we're going to be taking it from start to finish, is that we're going to create a snake engine. And this snake engine is going to be completely separated from all the inputs, all of the outputs, absolutely everything. Every piece of the snake, every piece of the game is going to be its own little piece of the puzzle, for lack of a better term. It's going to have its own design document, its own specifications, and its own JavaScript code. And so we're doing that because the idea here is that if we have a snake engine, like in this particular case here, it has absolutely no knowledge of an input, and then each of these particular inputs has the same type of structure, then whether we use a keyboard, a controller, a mouse, virtual reality, or maybe even voice, we should be able to control the snake. And this is basically abstract programming, and that is going to be one of the big things we're going to be covering here. Is we're going to be creating abstract classes for the engine, well, not really for the engine, but for all the different inputs, so that all the snake engine has to worry about saying, I need an input, somebody do something. Oh, you want to change direction? Oh, you want to speed up? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Whether it comes from a keyboard, controller, mouse, virtual reality, or voice, it doesn't matter. So the idea here is that once we create the snake engine and we got it working, we can just plug in all these different inputs, and we're going to go through each one of these inputs, except maybe the voice, because voice doesn't work very well locally. You have to have it on a server, and so testing is going to be a lot more difficult. We have the inputs. We also have the outputs. It's the exact same way. So we've got the snake engine. It's got the inputs. It's got to be able to tell something to do something with itself. That will give us the ability to have little modules that all look exactly the same. That says, okay, I need you to move the snake this way. I need you to move the snake that way. I need you to put a prize up on the screen. I need you to draw the pitch out. All that kind of fun stuff. And all we have to do here is to create individual little output modules so that the snake can then output the information to any one of those output modules, and it will all work the same. So a terminal. I thought that might be fun to do a terminal. We may skip the terminal. We may go straight to HTML, CSS, but we may do something just simple HTML, CSS, a grid pattern or something like that. We're going to do simple HTML canvas. So we're going to output to a canvas. We're going to use the 2D graphics engine. We're going to use Phaser.js, and we're going to create a nice, pretty little snake with the 2D graphics engine. We're going to use a 3D graphics engine. That's also going to be a snake, and that's going to be Babylon.js. And then we might go 4D, and I've got some ideas of what a 4D system will look like. And one of the things that you also are going to be able to do here within the 4D and within the 3D graphics engine is to do virtual reality. Imagine putting the headset on and playing Snake that way. That should be a great deal of fun. But the idea here, again, is that we'll have the snake engine. We'll have all the different outputs. If we wanted to include a new output 3 years down the road, we just build the output engine, plug it in, and it works. So the idea is we have all of these different inputs and all of these different outputs. As long as they have the same structure, the snake engine can talk to them. So what are we going to learn with using this snake game here? Well, first we're going to learn about separation of concerns. We're going to have a snake engine. It couldn't care less about the inputs. It couldn't care less about the outputs. We're going to have the outputs. It couldn't care less about what the snake engine. It's just going to say, I got to move the snake. I got to tell the engine that I've got a collision with a wall or something like that. The input, it couldn't care less about the snake engine or the output. It's just going to say, hey, he moved the joystick. Hey, he pressed the fire button. Here, he did whatever he had to do, or he pressed the A key or whatever. Doesn't really matter. So we're going to have full and complete separation of concerns. And because of that, we're going to have abstract design. The snake engine is going to have to sit there and say, input, tell me when something has changed the direction, or tell me when something has changed the speed. Output, I need you to output a particular snake. If all of our inputs and all of our outputs follow the exact same pattern, then we can just plug it in, and the snake engine doesn't care what's going on. And that's called basically abstract design. JavaScript doesn't have that. If you're used to Java, it actually has an abstract class. It's kind of working a little bit like that, but we're going to be using abstract design. And of course, because this game is so simple, it's going to be a fun little game to do, and it's going to be extremely expendable, and we can do a whole lot of fun stuff with it. So the idea here is that probably on December 25th, we'll start dropping the videos. Because there's so much to cover, I would like to try to drop 2 a week, but don't hold me to that. At least it's going to be at least 1 a week or so. But this one is actually going to take a very long time to do, because although on the concept that the snake system is very simple, in reality, there is a great deal there. And so that's going to be our next game. Great little snake game, tiny little game. Fun, fun, fun. So also look forward, just to get a little bit of FYI here, look forward to a holiday game as we get closer to the month of December. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I've got some links down below about where the GitHub is located at. Make sure you join the Patreon. Make sure you take a look at our website once we are getting up and running. Again, thank you very much for joining us for this wonderful series we're doing here for Snake, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to this channel to view more videos. Click on the like button on this video and visit us at virtualvoid.com. Also, support us on Patreon, where you can get access to member-only videos. Links are down below. Again, thank you very much for watching, and keep on coding.